yes. Yeah. Even I can hear them. Yeah, we were, yes.
There were snails migrating today.
As in the two of you, is it?
Yeah. Well, thanks for waiting for us.
I think everyone just came at the same time, you know. So
yeah.
No, I'm heading off anyways. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Anyway,
take care, man. Go on.
Again. Dominic, yeah, take care.
Yeah, I don't think so as well, but we'll see how it goes.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, Owen.
Oh, and how are you?
How are you today, Owen?
Very well. How are you, Owen?
Good night. Good morning.
It was. Went into the early hours.
Yeah.
Solved all the problems of the world.
Such a big one before. Yeah, absolutely. So the story of it is when it's small, you have a nice amethysty dark blue color. Now it's, as you can see, it is overgrown. Smells lovely. You can smell it. Smell that. Yeah. And yeah, usually when you find one, you find more around as well. But yeah, congratulations, Jesus, this is a nice one. Oh, sorry. Well done, I shouldn't break it. I fixed that for you. Here you go.
Yeah. What have you found today?
We found a couple mushrooms, from the edible one to the poisonous one, so not too bad. We found a couple plants, which we use a lot in our place, in our hotel. So, you know, in the woods like this one, you can find a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, you need to know, have at least a basic knowledge about what's edible and what it's not, because you're taking responsibilities for all those people. You're telling them what they can eat and what to avoid, what's poisonous, what's toxic, and what is actually edible. So you need to be sure, because your knowledge, when you're sharing your knowledge, you're taking a lot of responsibilities as well. You don't want to make you want to make sure that those people, when you finish the tour, they will still alive.
Yeah, very true. And do you have a website? Do you do this a
No,
lot?
we don't. I don't have a website. That's the first time I'm taking a group from outside the hotel.
Okay.
Usually I do that for the residents of the castle and in the lodge.
Okay, got you.
Here, it's when I got the phone call, I was really surprised, but I said, yeah, why not?
Okay.
And actually, I hope that in the end of the day, the guy's gonna be happy with that.
Okay. And I didn't have any kind of night here. I think I would take the phone out there and put it up as we go along. It's wonderful.
It's gonna be edible. You know the primroses? Yeah. The nice flower. That's basically the leaves. The leaves from the primrose. The primroses are plenty here and the plenty around the woods. Yeah, tough and very bitter now. They're like at least 3 months too old to eat. But anyway, when they're on season, the leaves are fantastic, grow for salads. The flowers, perfect for a garnish, for salads as well. And basically, they're lovely. And they're always all over the gardens, the woods as well. So you're supposed to pick them. And they're really, really nice. Like the wood sorrel as well. Oh, you can see, oh, look at that. So this one, I can pick that, never gonna be a fruit from that anyway. Alpine strawberries. Oh. That's the wild strawberries. You can see that they're sending the shootings already on the status on the side. So yeah, wild strawberries. Again, all over this wood. Unfortunately, it's too dark for them to fruit. So I never see the single fruit here in this woods. Even if they only get green and never get the nice the red color. So that's unfortunate.
So you work in Ashford Castle?
I work in the lodge in Ashford Castle.
Okay.
So that's the smaller sister of the main. It's still the same company, but we are divided into the castle, which is the main, and the lodge, the smaller one. We have 2 different teams, and we're independent from the castle, so that's good. But we're sharing this nice wood, so that's good.
No, I'm actually okay.
What sort of what things are happening in the river at the moment?
Oh, when we pass next to the river, I've seen. I'm not an expert of that, so that you can interview the. So yeah, that's the wild strawberries. I never heard anybody eat the leaves. I never read that they're poisonous, so they're probably not. But I never heard anybody eating the leaves from the strawberries as well, so I wouldn't. So rivers now full of the salmon, and I'm pretty sure the salmon is now on the protective period or whatever you call that. But you could see them in the river there. They're jumping all over, and they're swimming under the bridge. So you know it's nice for kids because they can stand the whole day watching them. And it's actually very relaxing as well.
And what sort of edibles are in the forest right now?
So now we have some, like I showed the wood sorrel. Some of the old mushrooms are still in the season.
Okay.
We've seen the cauliflower mushroom in the beginning. I show that again because that's good to see. The hedgehog mushrooms. Turn here left. Okay. Hedgehog mushrooms. So all the leftovers. Looks like because the season it was still very hot lately, even because of the couple of the cold nights. We still have some of the mushrooms still in season. Surprisingly, to be honest, I wouldn't expect that, especially in November. But they're still here. So we also have all the kind of berries: rose hip, hawthorn. Don't forget about the sloe. It's the perfect time now to pick the sloe because of the first frost. The sloes losing the bitterness. So they're perfect now to be used for the sloe gin or to making the jams. When you're making a sloe gin, it's actually the last call. After that, you're not gonna be ready for Christmas. Great, two things. One, not the nicest one, but it's here. Yes, here we go. Close enough.
For the pea family, anyway.
Absolutely. This is a veg.
Can you eat it?
Absolutely. So that's the veg. It's a pea family, like you mentioned. Used a lot for a garnish, all as a substitute of the pea shoots. Pea shoots are expensive, very expensive. If you work in the industry and you try to buy the bag of the pea shoots, they cost about 20 euro for a small bag. Here, you have plenty of them. Maybe they're not necessarily now in season, but they're still around. You can see those. They're very similar. They taste exactly the same, and you have them for free around.
Good morning. Hello, ladies. How are you? How are you feeling? Have you been foraging?
Yes, trying.
Let me see your fingernails. Lovely. Nice.
This girl has been. I hadn't found any chocolate yet, though.
Have you been eating everything you find?
She's been feeding us.
Wow.
She picks it and
You must find me something to eat, yeah, because I'm starving.
Any chocolate around here.
Yes, exactly.
That's it.
Yes.
Thanks for foraging.
I don't think it's open.
This is the only spot in this woods when I can find them, and I lost it already.
Here.
Oh, lovely. Good man yourself. So this is wood roof. We're using that a lot in the lodge. First of all, it tastes like the hay, the dry hay. Thank you. So what we use, we dehydrate that, and you have a kitchen smell like hay, which is fantastic. Oop. You put that into the cream, milk, whatever. You infuse it for a couple hours, and then turn it into cheesecake, brulee, panna cottas, basically whatever you want, and you have a fantastic. We still have one of desserts with using this wood roof, and guys, it's unbelievable. That is one of the best plants we have in this woods.
You dry it.
You dry it and you infuse it in a cream, for example. You bring the cream to boil, put it aside for a couple hours, and that cream will pick up all the flavor of it. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I tell you that, it's unbelievable. You can't beat that. So that's called a wood roof. You can see that you might have something very, very similar in your garden, but will be sticky. Will be like going all over the walls
in its natural environment.
Hello, little doggy.
It's gonna be released. She's releasing another. Yeah, it's a cooker one. So this one, guys, it's called Herb Robert. It's actually perfectly edible. Again, good for a garnish. You can see the color. You put it on the meat or a fish, and looks really nice. But mostly, it's used as a herb. It's help with the recovery of kidneys. So that's the main use for that. Probably making a tea out of him and drink it, and it helps. But again, perfectly edible. Sorry, perfectly edible, and looks nice on the plate as well.
Lovely colours.
Lovely color as well, absolutely. So that's the Earth Star. We talked about it earlier, but this is actually young specimen, not a dry out like the other one. So that is a puffball family. You could see that the name of the Earth Star coming from the unusual shape.
Looks like a
Yeah, it's Earth Star this way. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Alex.
Oh, that was a pleasure, actually, guys.
Yeah, thanks very much.
I want to show you that. Oh, thanks. Oh, guys, thank you.
Sent to you a baby for free.
I never,
You take it.
won't spare as well, you know.
He'll take it back up to you when she's 5.
So, guys, have a lovely day and take care now. Take care, Alex. Thank you. If you still happy or something. I show you this mushroom now because if you checking everything, you would like that. Guys, have a lovely day now. Take care. It's unusual for, and it's not unusual for this wood, but it's an unusual mushroom when you compare to anything else.
Yeah.
Perfectly edible raw. I wouldn't cook it too much, just to add it just in the end of the cooking. And again, pastas, toast, risottos, whatever you want. Tastes brilliant. It's just one of the best mushrooms we have here. Doesn't look like very pleasurable now, but it is during the season, let's say 2 months ago.
Would have been nice, yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks, Alex. What have you got on for the rest of your day?
Oh, I'm going back to work now.
Okay.
I have a lunch to serve from 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna relax now, and 1 o'clock, almost there anyway, yeah, 1:45.
Just give me chocolate.